Hey everybody, welcome back to another video here. Today we're looking at some footage I recorded previously of Shatterline, where I actually went into the shooting range that I didn't know was there previously when I made the first video. Along with this, I'm going to talk about a couple things. We'll go through this as I showcase all the different abilities of each hero and such. Right now, this is me looking through the menus at all the different progress ramps you can do, because each one goes up to level 8 and you unlock things as you go. Let's go ahead and skip through this video and go to the actual shooting range. So I guess to start this off, there's 9 minutes here. I'm going to see if I can get all I have to say in the 9 minutes to make it so it's easy on editing purposes. First things first is YouTube content. I have been trying my best to keep up with the 2 videos a week schedule that I have been doing. I want to keep doing it, but it's getting harder and harder as life changes, as things tend to do. I love that ultimate. It looks so cool. I mean, to give context as to what I mean by that, about 3 months ago I moved from one place to another, and you might have noticed that if you've watched my YouTube channel content, it went from having a Canadian flag in the background to no Canadian flag and a different looking wall. That's because I did move. I moved into a basement suite with someone, so I had to have a roommate to cut down on rent, because rent where I was way too much, and it's a lot more manageable here. With that being said, though, I still needed more than what I could get in order to pay all my bills, and so since moving here, I have since picked up a second job. What that means is I have less time to do hobbies and stuff like YouTube, Twitch, and all the other various hobbies that I have, which is the next thing I want to talk about, because I have a dozen hobbies. YouTube and Twitch are just 2 of them. The other big one I've been trying to tell people about is writing books. I love writing stories. Kyber Path is the novel that I have successfully written and published, and is on Amazon for anybody to go and grab for themselves. Please go and do that. It is a beautiful story I want to share with as many people as possible. Along with hobbies that I do, I also love drawing. The logo used for all my channels and even on Discord and all that is made by me. It is wonderful, simple. I love it. It is the Astro Drake logo, and it'll be there forever. Along with that, I play the piano. I don't have one in my current place, which I did, because I love it. But whenever I find time to sit down and touch those ivory keys, I do so, because it feels so nice just to let the notes ring out. And those are the big hobbies of mine. I do love hanging out with friends. I love doing game nights where we sit and laugh. And I do D&D and Pathfinder. Again, awesome roleplay games. I do play with Karisu, Foxfire, Link. Foxfire and Karisu actually stream on Twitch all of our Pathfinder games. If you want to go look at that and watch those. I might join streaming that if I can get things to work with in regards to streaming that. But we'll see. It might be one of the ways I continue to do stuff like this, despite my busier schedule. Going back to the jobs I have, back when I had one job, it gave me barely enough to get by, but it was enough to get by for the most part. When it came to this time I had away from work, I had plenty of time to sit down, record a video, edit the video, and have it up for the next day. With the second job, the time schedules are a lot different. They are not at all on the same time scale. One's early morning constantly, the other one fluctuates from being 9 o'clock start time to being 6 o'clock start time. By 6 o'clock, I mean 6 o'clock p.m. So like 9 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the evening. It all depends. And with that differentiation, it makes it super hard when it comes to getting a decent sleep schedule. And so my sleep has been a lot worse. I've been a lot tired, and it makes it a lot harder to sit down and to edit and record a video. Which then brings up the question, well then, is it worth doing now? If I'm always so constantly tired, at what point do I tell myself I've done enough? I mean, I've tried my best to keep things high, decent quality and stuff throughout all this, but it's hard to do so when you are the sole developer of any content that shows up on the channels. So with that question of, well, how far do I go, it's become, well, how far do I pull back? Because 2 videos a week has been the schedule for a while, and it's been the schedule I've wanted to keep up for a while. But it might be time where I pull back into 1 video a week. It'll be a lot easier to manage that way, especially with the fact that I have 2 jobs. It can be quite a lot to deal with, especially when I'm trying not to become sleep deprivated. And I'm gonna try that out. We'll see how far that goes. In regards to what I want from you guys and why this video is, I want to know your thoughts. I have a video that has over 200 views on it, and so I know that there's people out there that are willing to at least click on the video and watch the first 5 seconds, and that a decent chunk of them will watch a little further down the line. And for anyone who's watched all my videos to the very end, you will notice that the way I end my videos, my outro involves 4 things: comments, questions, concerns, and suggestions. I almost missed suggestions. Yeah, so I always end it, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or concerns, put them down below, and I mean that. And especially with this video, because this video I want to know your input on what you would like to see. Is 1 video a week something that would work? Is 1 video a week something that would be too much or too little? I mean, it's easier on me to do it, because then I don't have to worry so much on getting things set up and edited for each week. So instead of 2, it'd be 1. It's literally half the load. When half an hour video takes me 4 hours to edit, it is a big deal. It's 4 extra hours I have to do other things with. So I don't know, let me know down below on this whole thing. I did a whole bigger spiel over on Twitch in a different format, but the quality is absolutely ridiculous. My computer plus internet connection did not agree with that at all. Feel free to hop up over and watch the full thing I did on there. I did a lot bigger spiel. But basically what it comes down to is your support. The more support I get from viewers is the big factor in whether or not I continue with the 2 a week, and even maybe go bigger. Because I mean, my dream is to have either writing books or YouTube videos become my job, whichever one comes first. I mean, at the end of the day, they'll all be fantastic outcomes. Both of them will be wonderful, and then I encourage anybody to chase their dreams. It's 100% worth it. And even spending all the money I did spend on getting the book published, it was 100% worth it, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. Now, at the same time, though, I would love to have the outcome in the long run be I can do that as a job. But that all comes down to those who enjoy the content, who enjoy the book, who support me in doing those things. Because ultimately, it is just a hobby. And hobbies take the back burner when it comes to time. Work takes priority because work pays the bills. And paying the bills is something that needs to be done in order to live in this crazy world. And so after work, you gotta come with sleep. Make sure you got time for eating properly and such, because you gotta take care of yourself. And I would even argue that taking care of yourself would come before work. But sometimes in order to care for yourself, work has to take first place so you can get the funds to do so. And after you go through all that, anything that's left, you then split up between friends, family, and hobbies. So whatever I can spend on my hobbies, I do spend on my hobbies. Especially YouTube, since it takes so much time. Whenever I have the time, I spend the time. Because it's fantastic, I love it. But we'll see where this goes. And as I end all my videos, if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, or concerns, please do let me know down below. I will answer all that I can, and I will do my best to address concerns and I will take suggestions to heart and put them down, and I will use them. So I want input from other people, so please let me know your input, and we'll see where this can take us.